Welcome back to my playthrough of the LDC number 26 contest lows. And here I'm just going to show off my solutions to some late entries and also some lows that I needed to resolve. I think there was only one, but I will see. So let's go ahead and get started here. So Rule 1-5, jumping near the water, well, which is by Silken. Yeah, these are some late entries by him. So yeah, this is the first one. Okay, so if you recall, Rule 1 is the rule where we have to make a low that is entirely steel and just objects. So pretty open-ended low for the most part. Send up one lemming to do the building, and then I just block right behind them. So we build twice over the gap here. Oh. And then at this time, I go ahead and release another lemming for the crowd by having him jump over the blocker. Okay, and then here, I jump on one of the lemmings, and then the next one builds. Yeah, just so he can land here, and then I put a blocker. Okay, and then here I build a step, and then cancel him with a walker, so that he falls into the steel plate, and then gets turned around by the blocker. Then of course build over the gap. Yeah, and I also max out the release rate as well. Okay, and then here, while this build is still going, I go ahead and release this blocker with walker. Okay, and then build over this water gap. And then after everyone has turned around, then I release the blocker with walker and another one to turn him around. And that's it. So this is a save all solution, and definitely plenty a couple of different multiple solutions exist here. Now I gave him the feedback in that originally there were some talismans here. There were two separate bronze ones where one of them was to solve without the swimmer, and also the other one was to I think it was solved under 2 minutes. And then there was a third silver one, which basically combined those two individual ones and also made it a save all. But I told them, yeah, these the fact that you combine the individual requirements in the silver one, yeah, makes those two bronze ones redundant. And also, those talismans don't really add anything anyway. Yeah, especially the one that requires you to solve without a swimmer. Because if you want players to not solve the low without a swimmer, just get rid of the swimmer skill. Because that does the exact same thing. And also, the way the talismans were set up, yeah, they don't really make the low interesting in any way at all. Yeah, given that it's pretty open-ended, so... yeah, so as a result, yeah, those were removed, and so... It's definitely made the low a bit better, in my opinion. So, just some tips that I'm simply passing on along to like a person who isn't as well versed with the game itself. But well, that's pretty much my job. I try to be as helpful as I can. And then the next one that I need to show off would be this low. So this is Rule 2-2, Perilous Parkour by Crane. Yeah, this one I solved with a back route before. Yeah, and I would just pretty much show two solutions here. The first one is this one, which is use no more than 16 skills here. So, again, we have this shimmer. Yeah, we jump over the weed vine trap here. And then, yeah, this was the part that I didn't like do last time. And quite honestly, this is extremely difficult to see, especially as I think before I thought the miner would stop. I mean, wouldn't stop. But no, he does stop. You just need to place the miner carefully here. Yeah, and again, there are zombie hatches over here as well, and some of them will go splat in the meantime. So yeah, we just mine through here. And then, yeah, we just let him finish. So that's 2 skills. And then jumping over, that's 3. And then another jumper, 4, 5. Let him turn around and jump, 6. And then turn around again and jump, 7. 8. Okay, he will hit this and turn around, then go over here and also turn around because the wall's too high. Okay, jump. I lost count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 9. Okay. Okay, jump, and then give him a climber, so that's 11. And then once he's high enough, yeah, jump again, 12. And then jump again before he gets infected by the falling zombie, 13. And then jump before we get infected again, 14. And then bashings, 15. And then finally a glider, which is 16. So yes, this pretty much minimizes the amount of jumping that you need. And honestly, I found this one a bit harder to achieve just because, yeah, there were often times where, this part especially, the lemon would keep getting affected. Yeah, and then as a result, I would use like maybe 1 or 2 jumpers too many, and therefore wouldn't get the talisman there. But yeah, I think it's just a simple matter of doing some of the earlier parts correctly, so that doesn't happen. So yeah, that's the first talisman solution. Now for the next one. This is pretty much solve the low with 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Yeah, this one is also a pretty difficult one to get as well because it's super tight. But yeah, it just simply involves jumping as much as you can. Yeah, any chance you get. Okay, so we jump twice there and then mine as usual. And then yes, here you want to interrupt the miner as early as you can after he breaks through the pillar. So we jump to interrupt him and then of course jump over the gap. Yeah, and then we just keep on jumping. Yeah, whenever we are given the opportunity to. Yeah, just to speed up the route here. Okay, and yeah, when the skill shadow shows that he can jump over here, yeah, then just start jumping. And then yeah, just keep jumping along here. So pretty much the instant he lands, yeah, you just keep assigning jumpers. Yeah, and then we gotta make sure that he turns around here. Yeah, yeah, certainly didn't want to like assign a jumper here, otherwise we'll just go over the top. Yeah, because pretty much getting up here is all reliant on making sure that you do not assign a glider. Because if you do, then he would not be able to start climbing this wall here. Yeah, then jump over here the instant he is able to get onto land safely here. And yeah, the trigger area is right below the terrain here, so that's why he did not drown there. Even though it looked like he was passing through the water object itself. And yes, this jumper skill is necessary here. Oh, it doesn't show in CPM. But yeah, without the jumper, I think with the pixels that are occurring while spotting, he will still get infected. So yeah, just need to jump over that. Yeah, and then jump and then climb here. And then here you want to minimize the amount of jumping because basically each jumper and the climbing, if it happens frequently, then it just slows him down. Ooh, and yeah, I cut it pretty close here. So as you can see, just barely missed. But yeah, he does not get infected there. So, and then jump. Yep, and then the rest of the solution is the exact same as the one where you use no more than 16 skills. Yep, now watch what happens with the time though. Okay, and then give him, oh, and then yeah, here I needed to interrupt him as soon as he breaks through with a jumper. And then yeah, there is a tiny hole here, yeah, that he fell through, and then just give him a glider. Yep, hits the 50-second mark exactly. But the game records it as finishing with 1 minute and 9 seconds and 94 hundredths of a second. So therefore, it does qualify for the talisman. Yeah, even though the in the low itself, it shows it as hitting the 50-second mark. But yeah, as you can see, it is extremely tight. Yeah, you pretty much have to speed up the route as much as you can in any way possible. Okay, so yes, I believe that was the only load that I needed to show off the updated solutions to. Yeah, everything else should be fine here. Now we have to go to this one. So another entry here, Route 26, blow up the wall. Okay, so a little bit harder than the Route 1 one by him, but yeah, it's not too difficult. So we have one pre-assigned floater hatch here, in which this is the only lemming that comes out, and then the rest of them come out of this hatch over here on the other side. Okay, so I built here. And then, yeah, I just block at the edge here. And then the rest of the gaps, I just simply jump over them. Okay, jump and then give him a climber. Okay, shimmy across here. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and build to turn around. So we need 2 builders for that. Okay, and here you need to build a bit. And then interrupt him, yeah, with a jumper. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't move across enough so that he just does not touch the builder staircase. But even if he doesn't, he is a floater anyway, so he'll just fall down safely while splatting. But yeah, this is necessary so that you can collect the bomber pickups. And as I have just seen from Icho's solution, it is actually possible to still land down here without building a staircase first. So therefore, this assignment here was not necessary. But well, this is how I solved it. Yeah, then jump across, and after he climbs enough, then I go ahead and bomb him. Okay, at this time, I go ahead and bomb after jumping, and then I just bomb as we get up to the wall. Okay, and then jump to get the basher pickup. Okay, have one of the lemmings in this 3 lemming group bash, and then the rest of it is just jumping. Yeah, over the gaps to get to the exit. Now, for this one, a decent low and everything, but I did give Silken the feedback as to why the walker pickups are past the exit. So, in my opinion, it would have been better if they were before the exit. Yeah, as otherwise, yeah, to do this and then just have to like make extra jumper assignments and everything, it's kind of like a bit unnecessary in my opinion. But well, essentially they're there just to like, if you want to rescue the blocker later on. Yeah, one to release him and also another to turn him around. But here that's not what I do, especially as if I do release the blocker anyway, he's just going to fall into the quicksand. But that's only due to the way that I place the blocker at the very last moment before he falls in and drowns. But in any case, yeah, this is a perfectly valid solution. And if you wanted to, yeah, if you want to enforce the use of the walkers, then you can just set up the save requirement high enough. So in this case, it would be 6, and then yeah, in that case, you're definitely forced to use them. But well, here you're given that option, so it's not like exactly mandatory. Okay, and then the final level would be this one. So Route 36, race to reach the bottom. So once again, another late entry here. That's the last one. Okay. So yeah, we have 2 entrances here. Originally, this was an invalid entry because when I saw the low, this was actually a neutral hatch before, and also there was some pickup skills here. And the reason being is because, yeah, I should have explained this in my other video as well, and that is, yeah, for Route 3, it is make a low, yeah, that there's like an L2 type, yeah, Lemmings 2 type, in which that essentially means you can only use tile sets that are found in Lemmings 2, and also you can't use objects that aren't found in that game, such as pickups and updrafts, for example. But before, this had a pickup, and this was also a neutral hatch, both of which aren't found in Lemmings 2. So I told them, no, you need to come up with something else because, yeah, this does not qualify under the rule set. And so this was the result. So here we stack so that he turns around. Yeah, others will leave the side low and die. And the same thing here. We're gonna go ahead and stack here. And yeah, with the release rate, yeah, this is low enough so that the lemming does not slip by it. And then here, I'm gonna go ahead and put another stacker here so as to contain the crowd. And then at this time, I'll go ahead and max out the release rate. And then here, I laser in such a way so that it doesn't breach through the entire wall. Okay, and then after platforming here, then he just lasers through the wall here. And then he also becomes a slider. And then, yeah, one more platformer to get across here. So as you can see, yeah, this way, he does not go out this way. Yeah, and then down here. And then at this time, I go ahead and release the crowd with a laser. And then finally, laser through the wall, and that's it. Now, originally, this had an extremely super tight time limit of 50 seconds. And I told Silken, no, you don't want to do that because if it's just for the sole purpose of releasing the crowd early enough so that you don't run out of time, that's not a good way to to put in a time limit, or rather, not a good reason to put in one. Yeah, because it doesn't really add anything to the puzzle, and most of the time it will just probably result in a bit of frustration, and you have to restart a couple of times. Yeah, just to get the timing correct and to have everyone exit in time before you run out of time. And so as a result, I told them, yeah, that the time limit should just be removed altogether here. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. So therefore, the title doesn't really fit anymore. But well, it's like I said, generally the only time you want to use them is to like block back routes and also to enforce a certain degree of multitasking, or if the time limit is part of the puzzle anyway. Yeah, but in this case, yeah, even if it is part of it, it doesn't really add much here. Yeah, because all it just does is force the player to release the crowd early enough so you don't run out of time. But yeah, that's the solution here. Yeah, and this will finish with 1 second to spare anyway. Yeah, almost 1 whole second to spare. Okay, so that is all, and assuming that there aren't any other lows in which I need to show out the updated solution to. No, not this one. Not this one. And this is my contest law. And not this one either. Not this one. This one I just showed off. Not this one. And then this is my contest law. Not this one either. Not this one. That's my contest law. The second one, that is. Not this one either. Not this one. And not this one. Yeah, so that's it. So just all Silken slows and also the updated solution to Crane slow. Yeah, as I backrouted that one before. So yes, this will pretty much conclude the LDC now. Yeah, now that we're pretty much at the end of the playing phase, and we'll be starting the voting phase soon. So essentially what I would be doing here is that I would just essentially make this the penultimate video, because I've already recorded the solutions to my own lows, but I decided to make that the final video instead. And so as a result, that is now part 5 rather than part 4, because this video will be part 4 instead. So yes, and if you want my honest opinion here, honestly, I think to enter lows this late, yeah, when there's only like a week to like make updates and everything, yeah, honestly, yeah, just for the sake of saying that you entered and everything, it's really not like a good reason to. Especially if you're going to enter that late. So it's almost a similar situation to, like, for example, oh yeah, can I have until near the end of the semester to like turn in my assignment and everything? Most of the time, teachers will say no. Yeah, in my case, I would definitely say no. Yeah, doesn't really matter if it's the pandemic and stuff. Yeah, I would not accept assignments that late. Yeah, maybe you could convince some teachers and instructors to allow that, but yeah, most of the time, that's not how reality works. And most certainly, it will not. Certainly not. Will not be the case for when you are working a job. Oh, definitely not. Yeah, you will certainly just get the axe. Yeah, you will just be get the pink slip and stuff. And so yeah, just kind of a reality check there for the new levels, but as this is just like contest levels for a game anyway, yeah, obviously there's no penalty for being even this late. But well, it's like I said, yeah. Let's try to be realistic here, and also, again, it's just me personally. Yeah, I would just not. I would just simply skip this contest altogether if you're just going to enter lows that late. Yeah, with just about a week left before the end of playing phase and everything like that. But yes, anyway, those are the solutions to the new lows, and also the Crane's updated low where my back route is blocked. So with this, hope you have enjoyed the series, and I'll see you guys all around for future projects and everything, and also for the voting, which should start pretty soon. So with that, have a great day, everyone.